Jesus, just look at all those misfits. The Japanese hard men. What a bunch of tosspots, more like it. Yep, today we're going to take a look at Crow's battle in action for the Sega Saturn. One of the more rare Sega Saturn games, in fact. It's so rare it costs more than the likes of Radiant Silvergun and many of the other shooters out there for the Sega Saturn. But what sort of game is it? Well, a game featuring a load of so-called hard men. At the beginning of the introduction, must be a beat 'em up. And yes, you're absolutely right, it is a beat 'em up. So first you can choose between one of two characters. And we'll go with this scrawny little turd. And one nice little feature you can do, which you don't really see in beat 'em ups, is the ability to customize your own combo moves. Unfortunately, the combo moves are pretty laxure, so it doesn't really make much difference what you choose. What the hell's happened to the characters? Yep, this is no Streets of Rage or Bare Knuckle if you prefer the Japanese title, or even Final Fight. Yep, it's super deformed, which I don't think they really give a shit about now in Japan, but back then in the 90s and the 80s, super deformed was all the rage. Yep, squash everything down, have weird proportioned body parts, and you get yourself a nice cute character. Okay, so yep, as you can see, it is a walk along beat 'em up, and yeah, that's all there is to it really. Now this sort of game doesn't really exist in this day and age of high definition gaming. It is a bit of a shame because some of them were really good and quite fun to play. Unfortunately, Crow's battle in action for the Sega Saturn is not one of the good ones. As you can see, it is very slow and there's not much action going on. And when you pick up an object, you can't even move. Like, what is the point in that, you know? When you're developing a game, did you say, let's make the game fucking annoying for those who play it? God knows what they're thinking, but, you know, somebody must have thought it was a good idea to be able to pick up an object and not move. Now you may just notice that that stage we were just on was incredibly short. Well, you ain't seen nothing yet, just look how short this stage is. Yep, that's it. And here we go with the bad guy. I have actually edited out a stage or two, so we can get to the last boss of the first level, I suppose you could say. And the weird thing is, you beat the crap out of this guy, and then you can select him 2 levels later. Odd. Now, as you'd expect with characters with such short, stubby arms, the collision detection is going to be a bit off. There'll be many a time you actually hit the character and your punch just goes right through him. There'll be other times when you do kick him and you'll be quite far away and the guy will fall over. It's like, you know, what's going on? But that's not the most annoying thing about the controls in this game. The most annoying thing is the lag in the controls. Well, I say lag, sometimes the controls don't even work. You know, you can be pressing jump and you won't jump. You press kick, you won't kick. Sometimes you press kick, a second later, it'll kick. Seems to have a mind of its own, to be honest. A very broken game engine, if you ask me. So anyway, you see we've finished stage 1. I suppose you could say stage 1. And you get to select a new character. And, hang on. We've gone back to the beginning of the last stage. It's early evening by the looks of it. Bit of trivia for you. The shop in the background says Sanlon is actually a copy of Lawson. The Junks machine should be a Suntory Junks machine, I think. And the beers are actually Keenan beer. All spelt wrong, of course. Now this guy is a lot better than the previous guy we just controlled. He seems to be a lot faster and does have a more of a beefier... Shit, is that the end of the stage? Oh well. He did a bit of a moonwalk then when he walked backwards, did you notice? Anyway, as I was saying, this guy seems to have a bit more beef to him, you know, a bit more strength in his punches. But, you know, it's still the same affair. Walk along very slowly, deal with the dodgy collision detection, find out you press a button and they won't bloody jump or whatever. Yeah. It just goes to show you that expensive rare games doesn't actually mean good game. Okay, stage 2's end of level boss here. Oh, look at that! When he knocks you down, he gives you the finger. Recognize this guy? That's right, it's the guy we beat the crap out of before, stage 1's boss. For some reason he's now on your side. I presume he seems to be aligned up with the rest of your gang members. And you can control him and take on the skinhead gang. Whoa! In the rain as well. He is hard. I'm getting bored playing this now. So there you have it. Crow's Battle in Action, very expensive Sega Saturn game. Cost a lot of money, quite rare, difficult to find. Not exactly good, a very shallow game indeed. So shallow, I can't be bothered to continue. See you next time.